long practice, imparting them with a glow that made his heart pound faster. Danica was the traditionally attractive of the two, with her long legs, high cheekbones, and blonde hair sweeping down her back. But Finn couldn't help staring at Mila. To him, there was no one more attractive than the 4'10" half-Mexican woman. He watched the determination on her face as Danica instructed her on how to aim. Mila was the hardest worker he had ever met, willing to try anything, at least once. Everything about her was genuine and thoughtful. Mila was his ideal. He wished he were worthier of her. As an exile, a black sheep, and a target of fear and ridicule from most magical species, Finn was less than desirable. She deserved a king, and he was not that. Finn pulled his eyes from the women and admired the new addition to their home. 2 days ago, the contractors finished the remodel of the now huge condo. Simon's and Becky's old place was larger than Mila's original condo by about 1,000 square feet, and Finn had designed the new space for maximum efficiency. The long wall in the living room of Mila's place now opened into the main area of the second condo, the area Finn called the dojo. Instead of another living room and kitchen, it was one open area with the kitchen removed. Thin blue mats covered the floor for martial arts training, with recessed indirect lighting so they wouldn't be distracted by uneven glare. Racks of every type of practice and real weapons lined the walls, most of which Mila admitted she had never seen. One of the 3 large bedrooms had been converted into a workshop, although it needed to be outfitted with machinery in order for it to be a proper one. It had some workbenches and a few hand tools, and that was about it. The other 2 bedrooms were for Penny and Finn. They had their own bathrooms, with Penny's modified as a sauna with a hot and cold bath. She didn't need to shower regularly, but she enjoyed her therapeutic soaks. The dojo's main bathroom was constructed as a locker room with a large walk-in shower with several shower heads, along with benches and wood-trimmed cubbies to accommodate a small troop of people changing and storing their belongings while on the floor. Mila asked why they needed a locker room since they all lived there and had their own showers. Finn said he was planning ahead. He had a feeling the dojo would get plenty of use. The additions were utilitarian, yet the woodwork was the finest Finn had seen aside from Preston's manor. Kevin and his Selkies were jacks of all trades. The brown-haired otter shifter leader had contacted Finn as soon as he had been released from the hospital, just as Finn had asked. The dwarf gave Kevin all the healing potions he needed for regrowing his amputated leg. When they met, Kevin mentioned several of his people were master carpenters who would be happy to renovate the condo. Finn agreed to use them as long as they worked quickly. Helped by magic, they completed 6 months of labor in 2 days, and Finn showered them with homemade food and a substantial bonus. He was elated with the new place. Mila had been skeptical at first, although once she had seen the beautiful woodwork, she was sold. Finn heard the thwap of a bowstring and turned to see Mila had hit the target on the outer edge. Still a hit. She pumped her free fist into the air and let out a whoop of excitement. Mila turned his way.
"Did you see that?"
She was all smiles, and Danica chuckled behind her. "I did. Pretty good for a first-timer." Finn gave her a polite golf clap. She rolled her eyes at the over-the-top patronizing.
"Give me a month, and I'll be hitting bullseyes all day."
"I don't doubt it." Finn was serious, but it still made Mila laugh. "What do you guys say to some lunch? Now that you're feeling better after the ordeal with the hounds, we need to talk about the info Preston gave us." Mila nodded, handing the bow to Danica, who set up to take a few more shots.